Hey there, guys. This is Strider Prime bringing you a special Gunplacast. We haven't done one in a I guess a very long time. I think the last one I did was from last year. I have to look at my own channel and check to see where I left off. But I've been meaning to do this for quite some time with the latest announcements from Bandai's camp. Ever since the All Japan Model and Hobby Show 2014 came by, we've been seeing some amazing big kit announcements. What do you think? Think it was amazing year?
There was no Zaku amazing, but it was pretty good.
I have to admit. By the way, joining me is, of course, Prime Netty 2. How you doing?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know.
Alright.
It's all good.
That's great. So let's get down to the most important announcement. The Perfect Grade Unicorn Gundam. Pretty much, so this is pretty much everyone wanted this as a Perfect Grade kit. Some would argue
Except for you.
maybe, yeah, I know.
You want the ball.
Probably tell me. Well, it's cheaper. If they made it as a Perfect Grade, it would have been cheaper.
It'd be a 2-pack.
Yeah, exactly. And they could have done many variations, and it's still, for those of us who are on a budget who wants a Perfect Grade, would have been great. But the masses wanted Unicorn, and they got it in a very, very big way. Very big way. And I'm not talking about size. I'm talking about price as well.
Yeah, it's about standard for a Perfect Grade.
Yeah, but now you're talking about options that many people, well, who knows if they want it or not. We all know that, for example, everybody, the price of the original Perfect Grade, or no, excuse me, the one that's being released right now, or in December, excuse me. The price range is 21,600 yen, which is roughly around close to $200. And you're getting the kit that fully transforms, has the face guard expansion, which I don't remember why they said that. What was the reason why?
Well, I don't know, but I'm assuming it's going to be automatic, so like you don't have to pull the sides of the head off like you did for the Master Grade and rotate it. It'll like rotate itself. I would assume.
I have the I have the Master Grade Unicorn full armor, but I painted it and it made it difficult for me to retransform it back. But I guess now I'm remembering, yeah, you had to pretty much remove things just so you can transform it. But I guess since it's...
Master Grade was pretty much a perfect transformation aside from that. If it wasn't for that, it'd be perfect.
Right.
So now Perfect Grade.
Which hopefully will be perfect. Also, they commented the fact that it comes with a third form. A third form? What could it be a third form?
Maybe it has something to do with the light up. It says something about glowing Psycho Frame.
Yeah, it says here that the red Psycho Frame is a special glow plastic. So, are we going to be seeing a special type of clear plastic that's going to glow in the dark? Who knows? It'd be nice to see that in future kits, Master Grade kits, that is. And then it says here, transformation uses magnets in the antenna.
How do they work?
So, I guess this is one way of saying that we don't want the V-fin opening up halfway, and we want to either happen to open or close.
Yeah, that's one of the things that the Master Grade had a problem with. If you remember, they give you the opening one, but they give you a completely solid one because you can't really never get it perfect when it's closed in Unicorn mode. It always has a little teeny gap, so this is probably like they try to fix that.
I see. And then, of course, articulations in the elbow and the knee joints, able to perform a wide range of movements. What kind of wide range? Who knows? I guess for those of you who haven't seen Episode 7, it did a lot of things. Now, the accessories here, I'm questioning the accessories. Comes with one beam magnum, which is standard, one shield, one hyper bazooka, one display stand, 2 beam Gatling guns, and 4 beam sabers. The 2 beam Gatling guns goes under the shield, but I remember that wasn't there at one point where there was a setup where it had two shields, 2 beam Gatling guns, or am I remembering the full armor?
I think by itself it only had had one. Although at one point in episode 7 it did have 2. But it's still, but you only get 1 shield, right? So it's kind of weird.
Yeah, you get 1 shield and then 2 beam Gatling guns. But I have a distinct feeling that besides the optional parts where we're going to talk about in a few moments, we're going to see another set of parts, which of course will convert your perfect grade into a full armor.
Oh, that's huge.
That's bound to happen. Whether Bandai takes ownership of it or it's a third party, we'll see. It also says that the ammo packs for the beam magnum and the display stand, which will come with it, will hold the weaponry. Now, that's for 21,600. The LED set is 12,900 yen, or roughly maybe over $100. I can understand an LED costs around maybe 10 to 15 bucks, but for this amount, you're getting a lot more than just one LED. You're getting 24 LED units plus 1 for the eyes, which makes it a total of 30 LEDs.
Your math is off. Okay.
Yeah, no, it says it right there. For the use of the cycloframe with 29 LED units, and then 1 for the eyes, making a total of 30. It says it right there on the page.
Yeah, continue.
Then it says LED lights up in sequence. Camera eyes light up, cycloframe light up from a low light to a full light on. And then there's an auto mode for the LED to light up in sequence. Now, we won't know none of this information and how this will happen until November 21st, where they're going to have another Gundam show, model show or presentation, and they're going to show the perfect grade in full detail of what it will do. Specifically, how are we going to turn on 30 LED lights at the same time? We're going to pop it out?
That's not my concern. My concern is, are they going to make a new kind of LED system? Because if they use the ones that they've been using for the heads and the gene drives of other kits, that's going to compromise the inner frame, pretty sure. So I'm hoping there's smaller kinds that they can actually feed into the body.
That's another thing. Now you brought up another question then. LED lights is one thing, but then how is it all incorporated into the kit? As what's the power source? Where's the power source going to be? Is it going to be on the backpack? Is it going to be behind the legs? Is it going to be inside the torso? Now you're opening up a whole new
Are we going to have big gaps in the suit if we don't have in the inner frame? If we don't have the LEDs?
Does the LED? Okay, if not that, does the kit have to be physically attached to the base? And then the battery pack is on the base.
Maybe.
I mean, that could be a possibility. I mean, certain kits do that. I have the 1/700 scale Andromeda from the original Space Battleship Yamato series. That has an LED light in the front of the ship, but it's fed through a wire, and then the base has a metal connector, and then the battery's under the base. So it's understandable if they did it with the base, where the base is the actual power source. But if that's not the case, 30 LED lights the wattage is going to be a little weird. Is it 3 watts per LED light? And then you're thinking of...
I just hope it's not like those kits where you have to wire it all yourself. I hate wiring.
Well, I guess this is the reasons why they're charging this much, because the wiring is done for you. I guess it's just the placement of how to put them.
They can keep it.
What?
So they can keep it. It's just, it's a nice gimmick, but how many times would you personally do it? You can make like a Christmas tree and then, that.
Yeah. I'm gonna actually build it, put the lights on, and then have it hold up a couple of Christmas ornaments in its arm. Have it hold a
star above its head, and then...
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh my God! It would have been great if it automatically transformed into a destroy mode, and that would be even better.
I can't remember. Does it come out at the same time as the actual kit, or is it after?
No, I think this is all coming out at the same time, and now all online sites, GG Infinite and Gundam Planet are now beginning to put it up as pre-orders. God knows, I know Happy Link Japan has theirs set up, so Depends on who's willing to pay up over $300. And I'm saying over because we're talking about a shipping of close to $400 right there. So unless you want to go to Japan yourself, or maybe somebody could send it to you and they won't charge you the shipping. For us people here in the United States and of course Canada, it's going to be an expensive model to get this holiday season.
Yeah, I'm also surprised it was September that they announced it. I thought it'd be earlier for like a perfect grade, because like you said, that's a lot of money. So you think they want to give more time to save, but
and then of course, let's not forget, Bandai released that massive Neo Xeon HD kit, which is also a $300 to $400 kit. Actually, $300.
Yeah, that's true.
And now they're doing it again, a more expensive kit again this holiday season. Okay, it's understandable they wanted to do it, but maybe they should have left it for next year. But who am I to say? I'm the one that's going to say, take my wallet.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay, we've been talking about that for like 10 minutes. Let's move on to something else.
Okay. So let's.
Let's talk about the new rail grade coming out.
This is a big surprise. The real grade Wing Zero Custom. Now, you told me that you thought we may be seeing, of course, what was it?
Dynamis?
Either the Dynamis, yes, because, well, that's another conversation later on, but that maybe Bandai will release the Dynamis as a real grade. But as for Wing Zero EW, that's a smart choice right there.
Yeah, it's been almost exactly 10 years since we've had a Wing Zero custom mold. Like the Master Grade was, I think it was 2004, so it's been about almost exactly 10 years. So it's been overdue, I think, because we had every other iteration of the Wing Zero now, and one scale or another. So now we get the Wing Zero again. And that's pretty good.
But what's amazing about this Wing Zero, it already predicts what's going to be the next kit after this. Now, we all know that this year we had our Zagak. We had 3 real grades this year. We had the Exia, we had the Zagak, because when we saw that famous, I think a previous show a year ago, where we saw other real grades that they were talking about, like the Zagak, the GM, the Golf. So at first we thought, okay, we're probably going to get the GM. The Wing Zero is fine. But the inner frame was showing off silhouettes for the other 4 mobile suits from Operation Meteor.
So that doesn't mean they're going to be right after another, because the thing they're doing, the schedule they seem to be doing with the real grades is Universal Century, another series. Universal Century, another series. So the next one will probably be maybe the JM or something. Yeah, but it's not going to be, I don't think, Wing. But maybe next. Although, who knows? I mean, we thought it would be a double O kit this time. So you never know.
I know. But now, looking at the silhouettes, we're now seeing, of course, a real grade Deathscythe Hell, a real grade Heavy Arms Custom, the Altron, which is something that has not been released as a Master Grade.
No, that's the Nataku.
Is it the Nataku? I thought it was
the
right.
No, the Altron's
No, you're right.
Show.
That's right. Nataku, which a lot of people love and hate, and Sandra Custom, which I like also.
This kind of makes me wonder. I think they kind of given up on the Master Grades for the Endless Volts. Now they're doing real grades.
Yeah, I had that sense also, considering that we've already talked in the past the fact that I would love to see a Master Grade Leo. But ever since they stopped with Deathscythe Hell Custom, we should have received those other suits as well. We should have gotten our Heavy Arms Custom. We should have gotten our Itaku and Heavy Arm Sandrock Custom as well. Instead, we're now going with real grades, which I think is a good idea to do that. So, and then of course, now the next news, of course, is a big surprise, but a more of a disappointing one, because I would have expected this would be in the normal lineup, not a P Bandai exclusive, and that is of course the Master Grade Tallgeese 3. I can understand the Tallgeese 2 because the Tallgeese 2 was barely in the series in the first place. Yes, it got itself a high grade, and it even got itself a one. It had the optional parts to be made as the Tallgeese 2 for the 1/100 scale version from the Tallgeese 3. But the Tallgeese 3 Master Grade as a P Bandai exclusive?
It just seems like a waste, considering I can see the Tallgeese 2 because it's just literally a recolor with a new head. Tallgeese 3, a new head, new shoulder armor, new weapons, new shield. So it's quite a bit new pieces compared to the other one. Why waste the money and not make it a normal rotation?
I know. Weird. It doesn't make any sense.
And I'm pretty sure it might be the favorite out of the three.
It is the favorite out of the three because it's been one of those kits that... you know what? I wouldn't mind to see this as if it was made as a real grade. If they made this as a real grade, that would have been perfect. That would have been great. And I don't think they're going to be making P Bandai exclusive real grades anytime soon. But to make it as a master grade like this is kind of almost a disservice to us, for us Gundam modelers and Gundam fans out there.
Especially us American ones who kind of got into it because of Wing.
Right. This is what got everybody into Wing. But I don't know. I'm on the fence on this. And truth be told, I was planning to get this. Now I have to save up all my money and buy something a little bit bigger. But I guess the Tallgeese is going to have to wait in the back burner for now.
Next is Perfect Grade Tallgeese 3.
Actually, to tell you the truth, I was more thinking that if they were going to do a perfect grade, Unicorn was not one of my choices. And okay, yeah, you mentioned the bald as a joke, but I would have loved to see an Exia perfect grade. That would have been a perfect choice for this, but you can't. You know, this is the year where episode 7 of Unicorn came and went. So Unicorn is still fresh on everybody's mind, and I guess I'm excited. Everybody's excited to get it. I don't know if anyone's pre-ordering it. I'm definitely pre-ordering it. But I think these 3 cool kits that have been announced is pretty much what set the stage for this year. All the other kits that have been talked about, the kits from Reconquista in G and Build Fighters Try, which will be coming out next month, will be, of course, interesting set of kits that we're all can't wait to get our hands on. But the new kits that's being talked about right now is pretty much set in stone. Well, what I'm a bit surprised is we're not seeing any announcements for Master Grades for calendar year 2015. That will probably be discussed during the months.
No. But we do know one of the RE kits.
Oh, that's right. The RE, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
The RE Gundam Mark III.
Now that's actually coming out in December as well. So that's another. Even though it's an RE, that's still a big kit. It's going to be like one of the more bigger kits. Also in December.
No, you know what? I don't think so. Oh no, excuse me. It's not a big kit, kind of like the Nightingale.
No, but it's actually a bigger it's bigger because it's a 1/100 scale, so it's a bigger kit. And then also the Wing Zero is coming out in December. That's 3 major kits, I think. I feel.
I know.
In 1 month, which is interesting. But okay. And I almost forgot those optional parts for the Wing Zero custom that add on to the Buster Rifle to make it like a more like a 5 Buster Rifle shot.
Yeah, but that optional parts, you can only get it through the pre-order of that magazine.
Yeah.
What is it, the Gundam Ace?
I think so.
Yeah, the Gundam Ace magazine.
But it's pretty cool because they separate into individual rifles, and then they go around it, and they kind of work. It looks like, think of like the Tallgeese 3 cannon, where it builds up. It looks like it builds up the energy there and then fires.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. It's a really cool set design. The concept is, I think this is a far better weapon than that was introduced a few months ago, or the one that's on the Zeta. Remember that weird gun?
Oh yeah, I got that. Yeah.
It looks so weird.
So that makes me think, what are they going to release for the other wingsuits? Like the death sight, the heavy arms.
You know what? Remember a year ago or so, I think there was some sort of concept design they were showing off on specific. They took like the 5 mobile suits from Wing, EW, and they added extra weaponry or extra type of parts.
Yeah, those
it was like a line art. There were the mangas.
Yeah.
But they never made kits for those.
Yeah.
Yes?
No, I mean, yes, I was agreeing. They never made kits.
Okay. So maybe we're going to see that as exclusives after, when they release out the real grades.
You never know. Well, anyway.
You never know. Well, yes, that's pretty much the big news that's coming out of Japan this weekend. A lot of people are excited. A lot of people have been sending me questions. Am I going to get this? Am I going to get that? Oh, God. So many kits I have to get, and so many kits I haven't built yet.
Okay.
How about you? What's your favorite of this? I can imagine Wing Zero Custom is your favorite.
I don't know. I mean, the perfect grade is nice, but I don't know if I want to get it because it's expensive, and there's other things that are very courageous that I want to get instead.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I might have to pass on the perfect grade. At least for now.
All right. Well, I haven't purchased a perfect grade since Strike Freedom, so
Yeah, I was there.
when I get it, we'll talk about that later on. Well, anyway, that's pretty much all we got for today. If anything else comes along, we'll talk about it if we have to. But everything is all standard, and we'll see what the new series of Gundam will show off this year. And what can I say? But anyway, Prime, thank you very much for joining me, and hopefully we'll do it again in the future.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. Thanks again for listening, and guys, have a good night.
Bye-bye.